Hello, everyone. We're very, very, very excited to have you on our webinar today. We appreciate the fact that you took out time from your rest. Today is Saturday, it's supposed to be a resting day, but we are out here. It's something that we really, really, really appreciate. All right. Thank God that you can hear me. I think I've confirmed that. My name is Ike Chukwu. All right. A company can make profits. All right, but does this necessarily mean that the company is profitable? That's a big debate actually. Now, when we talk about profitability, we are basically referring to the ability of a company to be able to get more money in, at least more than it expends. So, in other words, this is a company's ability to generate profit from its business activities. Already we've seen Fiona, she's actually the facilitator for today. She's going to share some insights on how to structure your business for increased profitability. Fiona is the CEO, Busy Brain Training and Consultancy. It's an outfit based in London, United Kingdom. She's also the founder, Women of Influence Foundation. That's a non-governmental organization. Before we proceed again, I think it's something that we just need to do. We need to recognize the company behind this event, Parkway Projects Limited. For some of us, it's very, very, very possible we've not heard of Parkway Projects before, because I know we'll have the likes of Parkway Microfinance, Parkway this and that, but this is Parkway Projects Limited. Actually, Parkway Projects is a financial technology company licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria to provide payment solution services. So when we say payment solution services, we're talking about solutions, applications that helps businesses, public parastatals, agencies, and all of that to be able to make payments and also be able to receive payments from their customers. So that is a category, that's a space that we regard as payment solution services. We're also licensed, Parkway is also licensed to execute mobile money operations. That's agency banking. Parkway was incorporated in 2004. That's about 17 years now, and still very, very much an active business. Parkway is the first fintech company, financial technology, that's fintech company in Nigeria to get ISO certification. International standard organization certification in Nigeria, first fintech. That's some feats actually. Parkway has built many solutions for many banks today, and I can tell you authoritatively that Parkway is the brain behind some of the solutions, of the solutions that you use from your banks. So some of the applications and solutions that your banks offer you for this transaction and that transaction. Basically, we know that banks don't build applications. It's fintechs, licensed fintechs, actually, just like Parkway. So this is just to give us a brief, about Parkway's journey and scale. So I think at this point, I would welcome Fiona. She's very, very ginger. In fact, she almost picked me off as the host, but I appreciate that. So I would welcome you at this point. At least I would want to see some clapping emoji or any kind of emoji just to show that we're ready and we really want to actually hear or actually partake in this insightful section, right? But what I would want to advise us here is if we have questions or comments, please let us drop them in the comment section. It will be attended to at the end of the presentation. So what I don't want to allow is for us to have some plenty breaks here and there and stuff. So I'll be collecting the questions and the comments so that at the end of the presentation, then they will be attended to one after the other. All right. So Fiona, carry go.
Oh, thank you very much for having me here on this webinar. I'm very happy, very honored to be here to help deliver this webinar. Like you said, the host has said, this is in partnership with Bank 3D. which is a financial institution, I think it is, that helps people in business and to run their businesses. Before I go in, I just want to introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Fiona. People that know me call me IB or Ibianeta Tenta. I am the CEO and founder, like the host said, of Busy Brain Training and Consultancy. I'm equally a founder and CEO of Busy Brain Academies, either like a tuition center we run in the UK. I'm the founder of Influential Women of Substance, and also I own another business, Amazing Touch Cleaning Services. So I'm an engineer. I'm a businesswoman. I love my businesses. I'm an engineer. I did electrical engineering in London. I studied in London. I did MSc in psychology, and then MA as well in education, and currently just doing a PhD in psychology. I currently lecture in the University of Kent as a maths lecturer at the moment. And I do coaching, live coaching, business coaching, mentoring for people here and there in the borough in the area where I live. It's called Midway. So in Midway Council, I do work with the youths, work with people out of prisons, people struggling in life, a lot of things, parents. I do work with them on a regular basis for the Midway Council. Okay, I've worked in various organizations, so many places I've worked in. For the past 20 years, I've been working. Don't guess how old I am, but I've been working. So I've worked so long and I've gathered so many experiences and done so many events online in organizations, and this one adds to the list. So today, what we're going to talk about is about businesses. I've been in business myself for as long as I can remember. I think I'm over 16 years now. I've been in business. Started as a small organization, and now I've grown to be a worldwide organization. First thing I want us to do is the topic for today is how to structure your business for increased profitability. People will think I'm talking about profit. It's not just about profit. It's about you growing in all aspects of your business. Now, I want to just ask a quick question. If you know the answer to the question, just put it in the chat box for me. Has anyone heard about Bank 3D before? Put in the chat if you have heard about it. And if you know what they do or who they are, put your answers in the chat. We're going to look at it in a minute. All right. Bank 3D is a virtual account system which enables business receive payments from customers. So basically, it's like you're having a business, you have your business set up, and people want to pay you. For example, they go to your shop. Let's say you have a shop in Lagos, example, and people go to your shop to pay, and they make the payment to you. You are able to see who has paid, what they have paid if you're in Abuja. So you're in Abuja, in a different branch in Abuja, and someone pays you. With that Bank 3D, it makes it easier for you to assess who is paying and what they are paying. That will help you keep track of what is going on in your business. That is Bank 3D. But I'm going to come to that later on as we go along. But I just wanted to give an insight into this to enable you to understand what we're talking about. Now, there are various things you need to do. There are 8 strategies you need to consider if you want to structure a business for increased profitability. So if you want your business to grow, if you want to expand your business, I know a lot of us on this webinar, most of us have got businesses. Some are trying to do something or start something up, but thinking of what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? With what we're going to talk to you about today, it will enable you understand how you can structure your business, how you can grow your business to get much more profitability into it. So these are the 8 strategies you need to consider if you want to structure your business for increased profitability. So basically, 1, you have to prepare a strategic plan for 1 to 5 years. So you have to set your goals. We all set goals. Someone will set a goal, by the end of this year, I should be able to have had a baby, gone on holiday, do this and do that. The same way you have to do that in your business. You have to set goals. 2, you have to determine up to 5 key success factors for your business. I'm going to go into all this in details. I want to give you a highlight or insight into what you're going to be doing. You're going to conduct a client customer satisfaction survey every year, yearly review. Give your customers what they want. Make sure you make your team know what is expected of them. Network with other businesses to see how this helps your business. Instill a sense of urgency throughout your business. Think of every product service as a separate business entity. How would we do this? Now I'm going to go in details in this. Prepare a 1 to 5 year goal, at least, to start with. I remember when I started my own business, I said to myself, when I started, the first one was Academy. I said to myself, in the next 5 years, I want to be able to teach A, B, C, D. I set my goals. And what did I do? I had to work towards those goals. So every year, once I achieve any of my goals, I tick the box. I'm like, oh yes, I've achieved this. And the more you achieve and set these goals, the more it helps you to increase your profitability. So it helps you increase how much you can make, how much you're expanding your business. I started with one business, which was the Academy. From the Academy, I got a training company. From the training, I got into consultancy. So the more I set my goals, the more I increase what I want to do. Each year needs to define how your business will grow over the years. I started in the United Kingdom. I live in London. I said to myself, okay, let me start where I live. But when I started seeing the demand of what my services are given, I had to expand. Now I'm in Ghana, now I'm in Nigeria, and now I'm expanding into Kenya. So as you set these goals, you will see yourself increasing, expanding, and going places. So goal setting is one of the biggest things you need to do for your business to increase. Next is determine up to 5 key success factors for your business. When we have team meetings, we call it team meetings in business. When you sit down with your different departmental heads or governors, whatever you have, you see that you put a set up to them. These are 5 success factors we need to set: the growth of the business, the sales, the expenses we're making, determine what you're doing, and prosperity. When you put these 5 goals, these key things on the table, now you have to align, determine on how these things will be achieved. Sales. How much sales are you making? What am I making sales on? If you're selling a pen, are these pens making sales? Are they really, you need to sell these things in this business? If it's not working, you scrap it. Sometimes people are doing the same business over and over and over, and there is no gain in it. So why would you keep doing that when you know it's not giving you anything? You need to review your sales. Am I making sales? Your expenses. You cannot be having 500 pounds, 500,000 naira, and then you're making expenses of 1 million. It doesn't balance. Your expenses you need to look at how much you're making and look at what expenses you're making, what to scrap out and what to keep. You have to think about the growth of the company. All these things we are doing, is it helping the company grow? Is it increasing our profitability? Is it helping us do what we're supposed to do? Without these key things, it will be difficult for your business to have any profit. So these factors would help your business to be profitable. So you help you gain and achieve what you want the business to do. So look at all these 5 key points very well for your business. Conduct a client or customer survey. This is one of the biggest things we business people do not tend to do. I got a cleaning contract recently from a hospital in Midway where I stay. Now I got my workers to go into the hospital and do the cleaning. Recently, I said to them, to fill out a survey, like a questionnaire on how our services are, what we're doing, what they need us to change, how good it is, and whatever it is. And they put there some points that we need to take on board. Now, remember, I don't go to do this work. I send my workers to go and do the work. Based on what our client has said, that is what we're going to work on. That is what we're going to do to improve or to gain their trust for them to employ us next time. Now, if I don't get this feedback, I will not be able to send clients to the hospital. They won't give us a contract anymore. So you need to listen to the voice of your client, because the business you're doing, services is for people. Those people are supposed to tell you how good your work is, or your business or your services are. If you don't get a regular satisfaction or ever feedback from them, it will be difficult for you to know what to change, how to change it, and what to do to make these customers satisfied. Make sure, take it as a point of duty to always get feedback from your clients. Make it yearly at least. So by the time you want to put things in place for the next year plan, you are always fathom that into consideration as well. Your clients are always right, regardless. What they say is what keeps you going. Give your customers what they want. Customer will come to you, they want to buy book, and they tell you what type of book they want to buy. Even if you do not have that particular book for them, you can always say to them, can we get back to you so and so time when we have that in stock or whatever it is? Make them understand that you can deliver this service to them. However, at that time, you cannot because of constraints. Explain to them. When you give your customers exactly what they want, pricing is not an issue for them at all. So if they come and say they want this, and you tell them this is going to cost £1, they will be like, okay, as long as they are getting what they have requested, what they've signed up for, it makes it easier for them to pay that money. So always try to give the customers what they want. Sometimes it's not always the case, because sometimes there might be hiccups, things might not be how it's supposed to be. However, we need to have an approach that will help us get our customers to value our experiences. Now remember, who advertises your business is your customer. When you give them what they want, they would spread the good news. When you give them the services they want, they would spread the good news, because they are your biggest target. They are the people that would go and testify of the services they receive from you and how beneficial that has been to them. Without a good customer, you are not going to be able to grow your business. Have that at the back of your mind. Any questions, please type at the chat box. We always get back to you, please. Make sure your team knows what is expected of them. Teamwork. We as business owners, we tend to sometimes come up with the ideas and tend to neglect our team members. Sometimes don't do it purposely, don't get me wrong. We don't do it because we want to do it, but because we think that we want the work or job done without anybody helping us. But remember, you've employed people to help you in your business for a reason. They are there because you want their expertise, you want their ideas, you want their help, you want their support, you want everything they can offer for your business to grow. So whatever you're doing, always have a team meeting. Get them involved in what you want to do. Ask their opinion, have team meetings, celebrate them. Communicate with them about anything. When it's going right, communicate with them. When it's going wrong, communicate with them. Put things in place with their help and support. Even if you think that someone is capable of doing something, but hasn't got the right training or hasn't got the right tools, it is your responsibility as the business owner to instill that in them, to help them, train them, give them some kind of knowledge about what you want them to do. If you don't do that, it becomes difficult for your business to grow. If you have someone that's got ideas, but they're shying away, they don't want to say, they don't have the way or the approach to relate the ideas to you. You watch them. That's why you're a leader. You watch them. You kind of try to bring out those things that they have with you, to bring it to the table. There are various ways. I've walked into an office before. Customers say, actually, I went on holiday. I went to the hotel. We wanted to go for a spa break. So we went to the hotel, the lady at the front desk. So we asked her, sorry, what time is the spa and everything? The manner she spoke to us, it was outrageous. And I was like, excuse me, haven't you got customer service, how to talk to customers? She was so rude. She was so cocky. It was so horrible. I said to my friend, you know what? I'm never going to come here again. Actually, I went on my phone and I did my review straight up. I didn't even wait for the night to pass. I did a review. Now, if someone wants to go to that place, I would definitely tell them, no, don't even think about it. Because the way that the lady spoke to us, someone in the front desk, it was horrible. Now, if you do not train your team members, your workers to communicate effectively, your customers will go. And when you start losing customers, you know how that is, it affects the business. So we need to be able to train them, to equip them on how to communicate effectively. Sometimes the customers will come out and they are charging and they're upset about something that you've done. We need to be able to communicate effectively to get them to understand, to calm them down, to make them see reasons without having to be aggressive or out of point. So working as a team is a very key bonus to whatever success you want to do. Do not hoard your ideas, share it. Network with other businesses to see how this can benefit your business. Networking. I did some program a few months ago on networking. Networking is one of the biggest tools for you to get your business out there. Why do we network? How do we network? So if you go to places, you go to a shopping mall or something, you have your business card, you have your flyer. When you say hello to someone, you can actually, oh, I do this, and you give your business card. That is networking, even though it's not an obvious networking, but it is networking. When you talk to people, you go places, you have, even when you go out for night outing or hanging out with friends, and you talk with friends, you can say, guess what, I do this. Oh, I'm into bank trading. This is what it does. Think about it. You have network, you have marketing, you've sold yourself to people. Then someone will be like, oh, do you do this? Really? Okay. Try doing this as well. Add this to it. Do this. And they give you points that would help your business as well. It's good to partner with people to bring out the best in you. I had to partner with Parkway because with them, I won't be here talking to you realistically. I won't be having this webinar with you. And it helps your business grow. Because we don't all know everything. Sometimes by partnering with people or by networking, we pick up ideas which can help us in our business. We pick up strategies that would help us put things in place in our businesses. All these are the little things that we overlook because we think that profit is just we've put in £10, we've made £12, we've made profit. No. So people have been in business for 20 years, but they are still there. Every month, yes, they buy new cars, they do this, but they have not really made profit per se. Not cash profit. Remember, profitability is not about making the cash profit. It's about how you benefit from the in a whole as an entity. So network is a very good key for you to do. Now, instill a sense of urgency throughout your business. Because we work for company or work for some private sector, we tend to take things, for granted. We tend to not look at, not appreciate what we're doing. You need to understand that you have to take everything seriously, regardless of who you work for or what you work for. Some people say, it's not my father's business, how is it my concern? It is your business, it is where you go to make a living. I remember when you go to these businesses, you yourself can pick up things that can help you in your own aspiration and your own dreams. You never know. I was teaching for a while. I was teaching, I used to go, work and everything. I was taking it seriously. And on the job, I was picking up so many things on the job. That is what motivated me to open up my own academy, my training, my tuition center. I felt that I could do more. And from what I picked from teaching, I put it into my academy. From the things I learned along the way, by taking my job seriously, by thinking about how this impacts us all, not just the business owner. Because the way you treat this is the way it will manifest in your own life as well. Promote excellency. When you're working for someone, not because it is not your private business or because you're not the lawmaker of the business, does not mean that your opinion or you should not contribute effectively into it. Thanks to the host, he came up with this brilliant idea for the company and said, let's do this. This is a fantastic idea. Now for me, I see that as being properly engaging with the business. That is a good one. Well done, host. Ike, well done. So we need to please try. Forget it's not my dad's business, it's not my mom's business, but be part of it. Be in it for it. Think of every product or service that the company sells as if it were a separate business. So most companies do more than one thing. So it should be fair enough for you to kind of like tear it apart, separate it, and be able to deal with each of these components as different entities. With that, it will enable you to see how to put things in place for this, how to put things in place for other things, because all of them might not have the same way you can promote them, you can sell them, you can market them. So you need to think about each of these products as a different entity and deal with it in that aspect. You will not, because of what you get from this, and add it to what you get in another one. No. If you're selling a bottle and selling a plate, treat it as different things. Do not sell the bottles £2, sell the plate £3. Say, for my whole business, I got £5. No. So these areas are areas we need to actually look at, think about, kind of pay attention to for our businesses to increase its profitability. All these areas contribute immensely to how our business is being run. We see people that have business empires and we're wondering, how do they do it? They have put things in place. There are more things we can actually even incorporate into the business to gain what we want, to increase in a way that we want it to increase. There are other things we can put in place, but these 8 key strategies are the most valuable ones that we need to do. Have a plan, have a goal, have a target, satisfy your clients, get regular feedback, have team meetings, regular team meetings. It can be weekly, it can be monthly, but make sure you meet with your team on a regular basis. Train them, inspire them, motivate them, celebrate them. Because if you want the best from your team, you need to acknowledge what they've done right and tell them how to go about what they have not done so well. If you don't do that, it becomes very difficult for you to get the best out of them. I watch this Nigerian movies sometimes, and when I watch these movies, you see how the manager or the boss talks to the people that she works with. I'm like, does it really happen, or is this a movie I'm watching? But you don't talk to your people that work with you horribly and expect to gain them to do work. Respect them, because these are the people that will sell your products for you. But the people that will bring out the best for your company, the people that will draw attention to your company. So the way you treat them, the way you accept them is the way your business will be run. Any questions in what I've said so far? Ike, have you got any questions on people? Anybody asking questions?
Don't worry. At the end of the presentation, we would collect the questions, just like I mentioned before now. And
okay.
we would attend to them, yes, so that there's no break in transmission. You know how we say it. Yeah,
that's fine. Okay. All right. Now I'll have to go into Bank 3D for a little. I want to touch on it a little bit. A lot of us have apps on our phones. A lot of us have got phones which we use banking apps. We use so many things on it. Now, Bank 3D is one of the services or products that Parkway services have. Like I said earlier on, it's a virtual account system which enables business to receive payments from their customers with ease. So you've gone to buy, like I said earlier on, you've gone to pay for something. You get into Bank 3D, you want to pay. They would help you, or the app is on your phone, or you can, on the cashier's phone, and they can help the client pay. It offers business a different level of efficiency in areas such as providing convenience, simplicity, and ease in receiving payments in all parts of the world. So how does that, what I mean by that? Now, when you as a business owner has this, you can add as many cashiers as you want onto your app, onto your page. Now, these cashiers are able to get payment if you authorize it. So you basically, they're already there on your app. It's easier for them to receive payments on your behalf, on the behalf of the company, wherever you are. But what it is if, like I said, if you're in Abuja and the company is in Lagos and someone pays, you will see that they've paid and you will see how much they've paid. Let me give you an instance. I have a friend. He has a mini mart, I think it's called the Nigeria supermarket, I think it is, in Nigeria. But he lives here in the UK. Now he's gone and he's installed some apps and some whatever, CCTV, whatever it is he's done in the shop in Nigeria. Now, he stays here for like 6 months and he goes back to Nigeria because he works here as well. And I said to him one day, don't you think these girls will be cheating you and taking your money and stuff like that? I said, no, they don't. I've got something that tells me that people have bought things, even if they buy things worth 100 naira, that he sees it. I'm like, okay, can I see that? And he showed it to me. It's a different app. It's not Bantry, something different. And he sees every activity that goes on in the shop in Lagos. And he's here in the UK. And I'm like, wow. So basically, there is no way anyone can actually steal from him unless he's not looking at, or he's not really paying attention on it. So people can actually operate their businesses wherever they are. So if you're in Lagos and someone makes payments in Calabar, you would know, you will see. People can come into the shop to buy something and they say, I haven't got cash, I haven't got this. Bank 3D can help you, give you a code, which will make it easier for you to pay them on there instantly. It doesn't take time. It's so easy. But I had to try it on my son. I was like, oh, wow, it was so quick. It helps you track all payments wherever you are. So anywhere you are, you know that somebody has paid 500,000 naira for a good or service. They've paid some amount of money. You would know. You would track your payments. So no one can actually cheat you. No one can deceive you about things. Now, why Bank 3D? Why do you have to use Bank 3D? So you can sweep or move funds as many times as you want from your wallet. So you can actually transfer money. It's just, the same way we do, I don't know if you guys do it in Nigeria, on online banking. You can easily transfer money from Bank 3D to anywhere. You can equally receive money. So it's so easy to use. Very, very efficient. I tell you, I have tried and I know it is very efficient. You can view and monitor the sales and payments received from anywhere, any location. So you can tell who has paid, what they have paid for, and how much they have paid. Anywhere you are. Even if you go, let's maybe where you go, there's nothing like network or nothing, but you will definitely know that people have paid. Even when you come out of that remote area, you will still know that what has been paid for. You can add as many cashiers on your list as possible. So if you have businesses in Abuja, have in Kaduna, have in Port Harcourt, have in Lagos, have anywhere, you can add as many cashiers as possible onto your app list. Settlement is instant. There is no delay. I've seen it. It doesn't take time at all. It provides dual channels for customers to pay. So you can pay through bank transfer or USSD. It depends on whichever you want. It's easy. So Bank 3D is one of the things. I know we're talking about how to increase profitability. This would help increase your profitability, no matter how you look at it. You're monitoring money, monitoring income, monitoring how much is going, you're monitoring everything. You can see it. This would help. So that's why I'm bringing this Bank 3D into my webinar today for you to understand how that works. You can also make money whenever any business sign up using the referral link. So you can actually refer people. Now, after the webinar, I'm going to show you the slide of who to contact, where to go to if you need help with this. Okay. Host, how long have we got left? I can't hear you, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, I just unmuted. I think you can round up, actually.
Okay. All right, so with this, I think I've been able to actually highlight on the various things, various ways, the various aspects on how to increase your business profitability. So these are the following steps you need to follow to help with increased profitability. So you basically, if you have to follow these guidelines, trust me, you will come and thank me later, because these will definitely help you in terms of your business. For more information and anything you want to know, the slide here can tell you what to do and who to go to and who to contact in terms of more information. So thank you very much for listening. I hope I have kind of tried to give you some insight on how to increase your business profitability in terms of what I've said so far. Thank you. Any questions? Show at us, we can help you.
So, Fiona, thank you so much. Please, can you roll back to the last slide where we have the contact information and all of that? All right, just let's leave it here a bit. Like I appreciate that we made that time in at least to be with us in this webinar. It's been very insightful. Fiona, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. On behalf of Pathway, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. I hope when we invite you next time, sure. You must
try.
you must share. And actually, this is just like this is the first phase. It's going to be a series, kind of. We're going to have some other sections coming, and I implore us follow our handles. We are on YouTube, IG, that's Instagram. We're also on Facebook, and all of that. Follow us for more information and other activities we have lined up. Definitely, we're going to have more as interesting and probably even more interesting topics that we believe would impact on our business efficiency. As a company, we're not just looking at taking from your pockets, we're also looking at ways we can contribute to your business growth. Because at the end of the day, if your business grows over time, it benefits us, also benefits you. So that's just kind of company that we are as Pathway Projects. All right. I want to throw a little light on the application Fiona mentioned. All right. So today, personally, I've had this experience. I've been to some marts and some other places, business places, to make some purchase, and I'm sure we've witnessed it personally on individual basis. It's not every time I walk out with cash. It's not every time too I walk out with my card, because I believe that in the business terrain of today, I should be able to determine, I should be able to choose what channel I make payments with, whether it's bank transfers or fare cards or cash. The business should not dictate to me. Honestly, that's how I say it. And also, in extension, for the business owner, I will not feel comfortable when customers walk into my business space because they don't have cash on them, because they don't have cards, then I lose that transaction. Because it's not just about losing that particular sale, all right? It could extend to me losing that particular customer, all right? Because you cannot determine the level of emergency or pressure or whatever it is that we want to, ascribe it, in which the customer walked in and probably need that stuff. So, and I let the person walk away just because he doesn't have a card, doesn't have cash. It doesn't make sense. So now, when it comes to bank transfers, we know the inconvenience around that space. So normally, you cannot blame the salesperson or the sales clerk and all of that. I walk in, pick some stuff off the shelf, and the bill is 20K. Maybe the staff concerned doesn't have that much as salary, and I make payments via bank transfer. If the person in question keeps me standing or sitting or however it is, just to confirm my payment, I cannot for any reason, get angry at this person, because I understand that he or she needs to confirm that payment. And we know kind of stress, inconvenience around this scenario and stuff. That's what Bank 3D as a solution, as a service, has come in to solve for businesses. So I own a supermarket, all right, and I have sales people that attend to my customers when they walk in. Now, when customers walk in and probably my POS machines or terminals are down at the point in time, and they don't have cash, so the option available to them is to pay by bank transfers. So when they pay by bank transfers or USSD, because we understand that it's not everybody that has a smartphone that also have a mobile banking application on the phone for several reasons. And besides, also, it's not everybody that has a smartphone. Some people have feature phones like Nokia Touch. I don't know what we call it and stuff. I don't need to use anybody, all right? So now when these customers come and pay by bank transfers or USSD, my cashiers will be able, on their own interface on Bank 3D, confirm this payment, right? They don't need to call me. They don't need to call the line manager. They don't need to call anybody. They can confirm. The customers walk away immediately. So I'm saving time for the customer. I'm increasing efficiency around that space of collecting cash for goods that I sell to my employer, right? And my customer is living happy. He's not frustrated. I've not wasted his or her time. I think I have a higher propensity or higher potential of that customer coming back the next time to patronize me than, let's say, I wasted his or her time for like 5-10 minutes trying to get the confirmation and all of that. I don't know if the person will come back, especially if and when he intends to come and remembers, I don't have my card, I don't have cash, no, I don't want to get in there, they will waste my time and all of that. That's how businesses lose business. That's how outfits lose sales, lose business. We're talking about profitability and sales are not coming in. Then how in the world can we introduce the word profitability in what we do? If we don't make sales, how are we going to pay salaries? How are we going to take care of taxes and every other thing that we need to pay government and keep the business running. So that's basically, we looked at it. We're like, no, we need to bring the solution to that space. So, like I just mentioned, on 3D, my sales staff, whoever they are, they don't need to call. They can confirm payments by themselves. And then wherever I am, whether in the country, in UK, or having lunch with Fiona in London, if she invites me, that kind of thing, on my phone,
You're invited.
On my laptop, I would know which person, every person that is receiving money on my behalf. I could have 10 outlets. I will have the profiles and know, okay, oh yeah, sales are going on. I don't need to call. They don't need to call too. So I'm in the flow of what is happening. I don't need to think. That convenience is something that we cannot take away from when we're talking about efficiency, in business. Bank 3D is available on the Google Play Store. It's also available on iOS Store for Apple users. Our email is here in case you need more clarification, more insights. First, you're in Nigeria. If you need us to come run a demo, anything that you need, I'm giving you the word. Who will be there? So that's basically what we have for today. If you have questions, I was expecting more questions here, but all the same, how can church deploy this for offerings to tithes? I think this is something I can handle at the moment. So now, if a church in question allows bank transfers, all right, and somebody wants to pay tithes, offering, donation, sort of high basis, where bank transfers or USF, it's very simple. So the church will sign up as the merchant, all right, and then probably would have one or two cashiers or however it is that the church decides to set it up as the cashier. That's those that would have a profile, to process payments for the members that want to pay tithes and all of that. So it's still simple. The ushers or whoever it is that is assigned can receive from their phones. It can download on any phone and all of that. The cashiers, see the security around here. Now, the cashiers are limited, that's based on you, they're limited to their transactions. They can't see what the admin, as in the owner of the business, they can't see the admin's position. They can't see what's in the wallet. They are limited to the transactions that you process as the cashier. You can't even see what the next cashier is doing, all right? Meanwhile, the admin can see everything. So I think that's a very, very, very easy deployment, if you ask me. If you want us to discuss further, especially for this church question, please, the email is there. Just send us a very brief email. We don't have to speak too much grammar. We'll trash this out. All right. I think we've done justice to this particular section. All right. So I think we're okay for today. I still have the email address displayed on the screen. You can call, text, WhatsApp. The phone number displayed on the screen is actually mine. So you are asking directly to the source point. So whatever it is, you can call me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me. Yeah, so you get every further clarification that you yearn for or that you need. What we want for your business is to be able to increase your sales capacity, your sales potential, your sales propensity, whatever grammar that we want to attach around it. The baseline is that we want your sales catapult, right? That's basically what Bank 3D as a solution to help your business do and achieve. I think we're okay here, except if there are some other questions that we need to look at. Please, I will have some other questions so that we can allow our beautiful audience to go about their business and have some rest. This is Saturday. We don't intend to keep anybody waiting. But for Fiona, she waits. She must wait.
Are there any questions?
Yeah.
All right, someone asked if they could get the PowerPoint.
Yeah. I've already titled that question. I said if you need the PowerPoint or any other thing, you can just let us know. Just send a a very brief mail to Bank 3D Sales at Pathway Project. It's still on the screen. So I just copy it down and just let us know. Send an email to us. You don't need to speak so much grammar, just a line. Okay, we'll take it off from there. Beyond the slides, any other thing that you need demo, you need the how to initiate, you need the how to assess videos. We have plenty of videos, as regards the solution in question. We push that across to you.
Okay.
So somebody else is asking, what about the recording? Is it accessible? So like I said, just whatever you need, send it to that email. I would attend to you. All right. I came in late. We will appreciate the PowerPoint slide. Definitely. So just send your request to this email address displayed on the screen, bank3dsales@pathwayprojects.com, and we'll get across to you in a bit. In fact, I think I can even attend to this request today if I can get the emails and all of that. Is there a test account to explore? And what's the risk of using Bank 3D? Honestly, there's no risk. I'm not telling you because it's my solution or it's my product. All right. First of all, like when I introduced Pathway, we've been in business since 2004. That's about 17 years. We have licenses, not just one, from central bank. We built applications for banks, and we're still building. We've partnered and we're still partnering with banks to sell not just Bank 3D, most of our solutions. So when you look at this over time, you see that we've been able, we can beat our chest and say we've been able to at least attain that capacity to show that we are able. We have the security structure, we have the skills structure, we have, in fact, any structure that you could look at to probably if you want to do some evaluation and ask yourself when to take this risk, when to use their solution, I bet you and I promise you there's no element of risk around not just Bank 3D, any product that Pathway as a product has on offer in the market today. There's nothing like this. So I'm seeing another one here. Is there a test account to explore? So you don't really necessarily need a test account. What I would advise you to do, go if you use an Apple phone, go to iOS Store, or if it's Android, go to Google Play Store, download and set yourself up. You could use some small figures to run some real transactions for yourself, and then you would give that evaluation whether it's something that your business actually needs, whether you now establish whether there is a risk in the sense that whether the money you have, whether it will disappear overnight, or whether somebody will use that as an avenue, as an open door to jump into or dive into your bank statement and all of that. You see that all of those don't exist. So I implore you today, you can do it even as we are talking now. Go to Google Play Store, go to iOS Store, Bank 3D. That's the name you type. Then what I have here is like the logo. You would see that is the logo actually, but that's the name of the solution. Download, sign up, and play around it, and then you can give us the feedback. So what you should have in mind? What you should have in mind basically is one, Bank 3D will help you up yourself. Like for instance, and again, the convenience. We're talking about convenience. In business, you can't throw away convenience, especially when you are in the space where you have customers that walk in to pay and then take some stuff off, or you are in the service sector where you have customers pay for services that you render. So what it does for you particularly is that that inconvenience of keeping your customers waiting for their payments to be validated before they step out. In Lagos, particularly, in Nigeria as it is today, we don't have that much time. Everybody's in a hurry. Not necessarily in a hurry because we are in a hurry. Most times we are really in a hurry. It could be have an emergency at hand. Your wife could be in labor in the car outside there. You just walked in to get probably one or two essentials that you need to take her to the hospital with and all of that. And somebody's keeping you waiting because the person needs to validate your payment and all of that. It doesn't make sense. All right. So that's one core service or core solution. Value. I like it that we want to ascribe it. Bank 3D they would offer your business. What are the advantages of using Bank 3D? I think I've mentioned several advantages. So I can just run through them again. Fiona, please hold on for me. Hold on for us, please. So you're asking what are the advantages of using Bank 3D? So one, efficiency around yourselves. You don't need to keep your customers waiting because they need their payments, their bank transfers or USSD payments to be confirmed before they walk away. Why? Because your staff that interface with these customers on their profile, they can confirm this payment, can get the notification, successful in-app notification. It's not SMS. There's somebody who come and flash, hey, see, I've been debited. There's nothing like scam alert here because every notification, every alert is in-app. So there is no space, there is no loophole for what you call scam SMS. It doesn't happen on Bank 3D. It's not possible based on how the configuration and the design were run. All right. Do you intend to engage students as representatives to success? We are open to anybody. The students, we don't categorize, we don't classify. So far as you feel actually that there's an income space, there's an income opening on Bank 3D as it is. You can sign up as an individual, and then if you can get businesses to sign up using their referral link, you stand to gain some income based on their transactions. So it's not just about taking from you; it's also about giving back. Just like it's not just fiscally, financially giving you back. Just even in the space, about as per what we are talking about. All right. So your cashiers can confirm payment instantly without having to call the manager. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. So your cashiers, any person that you profile, or by profile I mean you add to your own profile or interface as the business owner. All right. They have on their profile. Let me just use that profile word kind of for every payment that they process, whether it be via bank transfers or USS, they will get the notification and they will know that this I've received this payment. So why would they need to call you? Why would they need to keep their customers waiting? There's no need for that. All right. So no to fraudulent transfers. There's no element of fraudulent transfer, like I said. Notifications are in-app. It's not SMS. It's not the email and all that. It's in-app. All right. So I think I've been able to touch on every possible area any question can come from. At this point I think I can I join this great team. But first of all, I appreciate the description, however it is. Great team. I appreciate the statement. Just send me a mail to Bank 3D Sales. We can talk. How can I volunteer to grow Bank 3D? Let's talk. Just send me a mail to Bank 3D Sales at Papo Project. We would have that chat. And this is a nice development. Being a victim of fake debit alerts, this solves my problem. That's what we are talking about. So, in as much as the core vision was around creating efficiency as per the exchange position. Exchange, I mean, is when customers pay, you can confirm and they walk away. We also looked at the risk as per what is prevalent today, especially fake SMS. Business persons, they've lost money from fake alerts and all of that. And we know how corrupted, the business space is, not just in Nigeria, globally. So that's why we thought of, incorporating some security measures, especially as per guarding against fake alerts and notifications and stuff. Bank 3D processes most of payments for your customers. Yes, those are the two channels for now. Though we're working on even expanding or incorporating some other channels like MPOS, that's mobile POS. We're also looking at quick response barcodes so people can walk into business spaces, scan and pay and walk away, and all of that. In fact, it's still work in progress. We're looking at even increasing the efficiency around the solution today. I currently use Bank 3D. It's a great product. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This presentation is impactful. I was right to invest this time. Thank you so much. We appreciate what you just said, man. We appreciate so much. And please, I implore you before I sign out. I think I've mentioned it. Probably some of us didn't get it. It's going to be a series. It's not just a one-off event. Very soon, that's why I said, please follow us on our handles. We are on Instagram. We also have a handle on YouTube and Facebook, so that you get some of this information, as it hot. I like that. I like that. I like that phrase, as it hot. And all of that. We keep you updated with everything that we are doing and we intend to do. We keep trying our best to contribute to the growth of your business, because if you grow, we are growing. That's the mentality. It's not just about taking; it's also about giving. That's how life should be, actually. I think at this point, I would have to sign off. Please, if there are more questions, do me a favor, send your questions, comments, whatever it is that you have. Just feel very, very free. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much. So that's the link in case you want to download immediately. If you have any feedback or any comments, observation, anything that you want to get back across to us, please feel free. If you want to call, if you want to text, if you want to send WhatsApp, that's the number there. In fact, it's my number directly. Or you want to send us an email, please, bank3dcells@pacoproject.com. We would attend to you very, very, allow me, sharply. That's another word I like. So at this point, I would like to sign off. The questions are just dropping in anyhow. It's cool. I see something good cooking. Thanks so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate that very well. All right. So I think we're okay. Fiona.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, and take care.
So the fact that after your presentation, you still sat back, I appreciate it very much. And I think I'm speaking on behalf of Paco, not just myself, right? So next time we'll call on you. Sure.
Thank you for having me as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye, everyone.
All right. So I sign off from here. Thanks so much. Thanks. All right.